Hey Steelers fans, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into the current state of our team and exploring what's really been driving the Pittsburgh Steelers this season. You've seen it already. The wins, the unexpected plays, the moments that make you sit up and take notice. And at the center of it all is one name that often doesn't get the full recognition it deserves. Mike Tomlin. Now, I know opinions are strong when it comes to him. Some people have wanted changes. Some people have questioned his decisions after rough patches in the season. And yes, I've been among those who've suggested it might be time for a fresh approach. But the reality is, when the Steelers face adversity, Tomlin has a remarkable way of bringing this team together, and we've seen it again and again this season. Looking back, it's easy to forget just how tricky the landscape has been. The Steelers have faced challenges that could have thrown any team off course, whether injuries, tough opponents, or the pressure of maintaining a top spot in the AFC North. And yet, despite all of that, this team has adapted in ways that make you step back and acknowledge the smart work being done behind the scenes. The Buffalo loss was tough, and it sparked conversations about Tomlin's future, as well as debates about whether the team structure needed a shakeup. But if you watch closely, you notice a pattern. When Tomlin and his coaching staff find themselves up against a wall, they don't just react, they innovate. They adjust, they strategize, and they find ways to maximize the strengths of every player available to them. Take the Baltimore game, for instance. The Steelers weren't exactly expected to dominate in the aftermath of the Buffalo situation, yet they found a way to come out on top. It wasn't a flashy, easy win, but it was a testament to preparation, to resilience, and to a coaching staff willing to think outside the box. Pittsburgh football, as we all know, is rarely pretty. It's physical, it's gritty, and it's a chess match played at full speed. And when the Steelers face a formidable opponent, that approach doesn't change. It just adapts. The Dolphins game, following Baltimore, is another prime example. Miami came in with momentum, riding a 4-game win streak, and they were ready to test Pittsburgh in every way imaginable. The hits were coming fast and hard, but the Steelers not only endured, they executed a game plan that dismantled the Dolphins' approach, and the final score reflected the control and discipline instilled by the coaching staff. Then came the Lions. This was a matchup that looked tough on paper, especially with key players like TJ, Watt, and Nick Herbig unavailable. Many would have expected a dip in performance or a scramble to patch together a strategy, but the result was something else entirely. Tomlin and Terrell Austin devised a plan that didn't rely on conventional strengths, instead targeting Detroit's vulnerabilities and exploiting opportunities that most would have overlooked. The execution on the field was methodical, precise, and utterly effective. Alex Highsmith and Jack Sawyer, tasked with new roles, delivered impactful plays that demonstrated the creativity and preparation behind the scenes. And the result? The Steelers came out not just victorious, but tactically superior, proving that the leadership at the top can pivot under pressure and still guide the team to success. What's remarkable here is not just the wins themselves, but the way the team is being utilized. Players are being put in positions that highlight their strengths, encouraging versatility and adaptability rather than relying on the same familiar strategies. With TJ Watt sidelined, the coaching staff had to rethink their approach, and what we've seen is a defensive scheme that feels more dynamic, more unpredictable, and more effective than ever. It's a testament to smart, flexible coaching, an ability to read the situation, assess the roster, and deploy personnel in a way that maximizes their impact. And let's not forget the mental edge this creates. When a team sees that their coaches are willing to adapt, willing to innovate, it elevates confidence across the roster. It sends a message. Every player has a role. Every contribution matters, and success comes from understanding how to work together under a well-thought-out plan. This is exactly what we've been seeing on both sides of the ball with the Steelers lately. The offensive and defensive strategies are aligning with player strengths, and the execution is sharp, coordinated, and effective. It's coaching that respects the athletes, elevates their talents, and ultimately translates to victories that feel earned in every sense of the word. Now, make no mistake, there's still room for scrutiny and analysis. Tomlin has faced criticism over the years for needing high-pressure moments to spark innovation, and it's fair to hold him accountable for that. But in these recent weeks, we've witnessed the Steelers operating at a level that combines tactical ingenuity with disciplined execution, and the evidence is clear. The team is thriving when challenges arise. From the interior pass rush against Detroit to the strategic handling of Baltimore and Miami, Pittsburgh football is demonstrating that smart adjustments, rather than rigid adherence to tradition, lead to success. The balance between respecting a team's culture and being proactive on game day is being struck more effectively than it has in years, and that is what makes this stretch of games particularly impressive. The broader takeaway here is simple. In the NFL, adaptability wins. You can have the best talent, the strongest roster, or the most storied history, but without the ability to adjust strategies on the fly, to analyze weaknesses and exploit opportunities, teams will falter. Pittsburgh is showing that under Tomlin, with his staff innovating and making decisions that leverage each player's strengths, they can rise to any challenge. It's not about luck or chance. It's about preparation, intelligence, and the willingness to evolve when the situation demands it. And that is exactly what fans should be watching for as the season continues, because these moments define not just a single game, but the trajectory of the entire team as they push toward the playoffs. Steelers Nation, it's exciting to see this kind of football in action. It's not just the wins that matter. It's how those wins are earned, the ingenuity behind each decision, and the careful orchestration of talent that makes this team formidable. From the interior line adjustments to the creative defensive play calling, every detail is evidence of a team operating at its strategic best. The learning curve is visible in real time, and the evolution of this roster, guided by a head coach who can pivot under pressure, is something to celebrate. Players are being empowered, tactics are being sharpened, and the Steelers are reminding the league that toughness and intelligence combined can yield remarkable results. As we continue to track this team, it's clear that the Steelers are not just playing to survive. They're playing to dominate within the framework they've been given. Injuries, scheduled difficulties, and past criticisms aren't defining this group. Instead, it's creativity, adaptability, and effective coaching that is shaping their identity in the present. And with the playoffs approaching, every adjustment, every inspired decision, and every moment of preparation counts. It's not just about showing up, it's about showing up smart, executing with precision, and seizing opportunities wherever they appear on the field. Picking up where we left off, the storyline for the Steelers isn't just about the wins and losses. It's about the evolution of the team under circumstances that would test any franchise. One of the most compelling aspects of this season has been seeing how players who might have previously been underutilized are now stepping into roles that highlight their strengths, all because of the strategic decisions made by the coaching staff. When T.J. Watt and Nick Herbig were sidelined, it could have spelled disaster for Pittsburgh's defensive game, yet the team adapted in ways that most analysts might not have predicted. The interior pass rush became the focal point, and suddenly players like Keanu Benton and others were put in positions to make game-changing plays. It wasn't just a substitution. It was a reimagining of how the defense could function without its star linebackers on the field. This kind of adaptability is rare in professional football. Many teams rely heavily on their top performers and falter when those players are unavailable. Pittsburgh, however, used the absence as an opportunity to diversify their approach, spreading responsibility across the roster and creating a system where unpredictability works to their advantage. Against Detroit, this was evident from the first series. The Steelers exploited gaps, pressured the quarterback through unconventional means, and forced the Lions into mistakes they hadn't anticipated. Every decision reflected hours of preparation, in-depth analysis of opponent tendencies, and the kind of creative thinking that separates a competent team from an elite one. Watching these adjustments unfold in real time provides insight into a coaching philosophy that understands the game isn't static. It's a constant series of puzzles to solve. What makes this particularly impressive is the coordination required between different facets of the team. The offensive unit is now more synchronized with defensive strategies, understanding not only what the opponent is likely to do, but also how their own play can complement the defensive approach. This synergy is a testament to communication within the coaching staff, led by Tomlin, and to the players' willingness to embrace flexibility. When a linebacker or defensive end executes a plan designed to counter a specific offensive scheme, it reflects a shared understanding and trust in the system. The Steelers' recent performances are living proof that thoughtful adjustments, executed consistently, yield measurable results. It's also worth noting how the team has approached the mental side of the game. Confidence in a playbook is one thing, but confidence in a strategy that has been tested and refined under pressure is another entirely. Players are reacting with intelligence, reading the field, and making split-second decisions that reflect the coaching they've received. The days of rigid, predictable schemes are over. What fans are witnessing now is an active, thinking team that can pivot mid-play without losing cohesion. This has been particularly evident in high-stakes matchups, where the margin for error is thin and the ability to improvise while staying within the system makes the difference between a win and a loss. Pittsburgh's roster has risen to that challenge with poise and determination, and it's evident that the coaching philosophy emphasizes both preparation and adaptability. The balance between preparation and in-game improvisation is a theme that runs through the Steelers' recent success. When the team went up against Baltimore and then Miami, the focus wasn't just on stopping individual stars or relying on raw talent. It was about constructing a strategy that maximized efficiency, exploited weaknesses, and allowed the team to stay several steps ahead. Watching the execution, you could see players responding to stimuli in real time, making adjustments that mirrored the thinking of the coaching staff. It's an elegant kind of football, one where every move is intentional and every player understands a larger game plan. The kind of precision and situational awareness on display is a clear indicator of both skill and coaching intelligence. Looking at the broader context, this approach speaks volumes about the trajectory of the Steelers season. There are still challenges ahead: injuries, high-caliber opponents, and the pressure of maintaining a playoff position. But the foundation has been set. The team is learning to thrive under pressure, not crumble under it. Tomlin's willingness to innovate, even after years of criticism for needing a back-against-the-wall scenario to inspire change, has evolved into a proactive approach. He's encouraging staff and players to think creatively, to find new solutions, and to capitalize on opportunities that present themselves during the course of a game. This mindset is infectious, spreading throughout the locker room and influencing every aspect of play, from defensive coverage to offensive execution. Steelers fans have also witnessed the long-term benefits of strategic depth. By not relying solely on star players for victories, Pittsburgh has cultivated a sense of versatility and preparedness that will serve the team well into the postseason. Young players are being developed in real-game situations, veterans are being asked to expand their skill sets, and the collective intelligence of the roster is growing. This is the hallmark of a team not just playing for today, but building for sustained success. When you see players who might have been considered secondary stepping up to dominate key plays, it's a signal that coaching and roster management are aligned in a way that maximizes every opportunity. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a shocking twist that has sent ripples through the NFL, the Cincinnati Bengals have reportedly secured wide receiver Kon Williams from the Pittsburgh Steelers, sparking an unprecedented reaction from fans across both cities. Sources close to the situation suggest that negotiations were swift but highly secretive, leaving the Steelers' fanbase in a state of disbelief and anger. The move has already ignited a firestorm on social media, with trending hashtags reflecting both outrage and intrigue. For the Bengals, acquiring Williams could represent a bold statement of intent. Known for his explosive speed and uncanny ability to find gaps in coverage, Williams brings a skill set that could dramatically reshape Cincinnati's offensive strategy. Insiders speculate that the team sees him as a key piece in a high-octane passing attack, potentially complementing their current star roster in ways that could make defenses across the league nervous. Analysts are already drawing comparisons to past high-profile cross-division transfers that have shifted the balance of power in unexpected ways. Meanwhile, the Steelers' locker room is rumored to be in turmoil. Williams, once considered a cornerstone of their receiving core, reportedly had a tense final season, though his departure still comes as a shock to many. Fans have expressed feelings ranging from betrayal to disbelief, with some suggesting that this could mark the beginning of a new era of aggressive talent poaching in the league. Sports forums and fan channels are alight with debates. Did the Steelers mismanage one of their brightest talents, or did Williams simply seek a fresh challenge in a rival camp? The Bengals, for their part, have remained tight-lipped, issuing only a brief statement acknowledging Williams' arrival but offering no details on contract terms or strategic plans. This silence has only fueled speculation, with pundits theorizing that this could be the first of several moves aimed at turning Cincinnati into a powerhouse contender. For Williams, the move presents both opportunity and pressure. He must now prove himself in a new system, in front of a fanbase hungry for success and eager to see him justify the controversy surrounding his acquisition. As rumors swirl and emotions run high, one thing is certain. The NFL landscape just shifted, and every game involving the Bengals and Steelers will now carry an extra layer of intensity. Fans are watching closely, analysts are theorizing endlessly, and the drama surrounding Kon Williams' transfer is far from over. Whether this move becomes legendary or is remembered as a cautionary tale of divisional betrayal, the story of Williams and Cincinnati is just beginning, and the league and its fans will be watching every explosive moment. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.